I want to greet you from the Philippines, my friends. And we are here in the Mindanao Island, and we're in the Bukidnon area, which in the English vernacular means a mountainous area. Now, we've been traveling for almost 30 hours, and then our driver said, you know what? Why don't we take a break and see something beautiful? I said, let's do it. And here we are in this beautiful region. As I was here just overseeing this beautiful valley, I began to think, what spiritual lesson can God show me through this? And my mind ran to Deuteronomy chapter 34 with the story of Moses. Now just reading and hearing, it says in Deuteronomy 34 verse 1, "And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the Mount of Nebo to the top of Pisgah that is over against Jericho, and the Lord showed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan." So in other words, God took him up to the high height and showed him all the plains, the beautiful valley and the miles of beautiful land. The Bible says, "And the Lord said to him, This is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither." Now can you imagine, my friends, that Moses, God took him up to this beautiful region and says, Moses, I want you to see what your people are going to get, but you're not going in. Now as I begin to think about this, it shares with us the exceeding sinfulness of sin. Why do I say that? God had a loving relationship with Moses. Moses was the meekest man on earth. God was so close to Moses. God says, Moses, I have been with you all these years. I've spent 40 years with you in the wilderness. And not only that, I was with you for another 40 years. For 80 years they spent together. I was with you for another 40 years as you traversed these rebellious people in the wilderness. And you fought for them. You prayed for them. You pled for them. You went through everything possible for these people. And because of them, you're not going to go in. I want to show you what they're going to get, but you're not going in. This shows us, my friends, the exceeding sinfulness of sin. God doesn't play around with sin. But I'm glad the story doesn't end there. Then verse 7, Moses was 120 years, and his eyes was not dim, nor his natural force abated. So I can imagine Moses felt strong. He still felt energetic. He still felt that his mind was sharp. But God says, Moses, you still can't go in. But again, I'm glad the story doesn't end there. Why? Because in the book of Jude, God went to resurrect Moses. And when he went to resurrect Moses, the Bible says that the devil contended for the body of Moses. But God says, Moses, I miss you so much. We had such a close, intimate relationship. And even though you didn't have the privilege of occupying the earthly Canaan, I'm going to give you even a better country, even in heaven. And God resurrected Moses, my friends. And God took Moses with him directly to heaven. So even though Moses didn't see the earthly promised land, God said, I'm going to take you directly to the heaven. So even though the story is sad in that Moses didn't get to inherit the earthly Canaan, God said, I'm going to take you to a better country because of that intimate relationship that they had. I want to challenge you on 2 points. This shows, number one, God does not play around with sin. But also show the mercy and the love of God, because God says, Moses, I love you so much, even though you could not inherit the earthly land, I want to take you directly to heaven. And even though Satan is coming and contending for you, I'm going to rebuke him. Is the devil coming into your life and speaking untruths to you? Is he telling you that you're too sinful to enter the promised land? Has he told you that you've messed up too much? Have he told you that you don't have the characteristics or the character or the wherewithal that it takes to go to heaven? My friends, don't let the devil speak to you in that way. The Bible says that God rebukes him. So I trust and pray that you accept the love that God has for you, overcome the sinfulness that he's trying to get out of your life, and by his grace, we can enter into the heavenly Canaan, which is none other than heaven itself. May God bless you. And I trust and pray that we'll all be there together.
This video is brought to you by Red River Wellness. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.